Good morning, student. Now we are in biology class 12th on the fifth chapter. This chapter is the last chapter of your first term examination course. That is principles of inheritance. The first chapter was reproduction in organism. Then second was reproduction in flowering plant. Then human reproduction, reproductive health. Now this is the fifth chapter, principles of inheritance. Children, this chapter, that is principle of inheritance and molecular basis of inheritance, these are very important as per your NEET medical examination and ICAR examination. Course of NEET and ICAR is same. So you have to fill the form of both. ICAR means Indian Council of Agricultural Research, ICAR. So this chapter is very important. It has some theories, principles. Fortunately, the first part of this chapter is nothing but fundamentals of genetics. Fundamentals of genetics, which already you have studied in your basic classes. You are studying from 7th class, 10th class, and it involves basic terms like definition of genes, genome, phenotype, genotype, homozygous condition, heterozygous condition, then monohybrid cross, dihybrid cross, then variation, inheritance, all this, and Mendel's law. So that you have studied already in basic classes in your class 7th as well as in class 10th, isn't it? So that these things you are, and laws of Mendel's like law of dominance, law of segregation, law of independent assortment, all this you can study from the text. It will be like revision for you. This is the first part, that is fundamentals of genetics. You can easily mug up and revise from the text, notes text sent to you, isn't it? But the main part is your second part, that is there are different theories of inheritance. Student, what do you mean by inheritance? Inheritance means transmission of hereditary character from one generation to another, isn't it? So this is the main part of this chapter, different theories, and in that the first part we are going to study is properties of genes. Property of genes. I am starting with property of genes, then I will teach you test cross and back cross. So let us start, children, with the properties of gene. Student, the first property of gene is, property means what character the genes have, the common character. Property of genes, that is, the first one is inheritability. Inheritability. It means, student, genes can be inherited from one generation to another. That is the first property, inheritability. Inheritability, isn't it? Second one is mutability. Children, mutability means, you know, gene can be mutated. Mutation is there in the genes. Sudden change in the structure and the number of the genes. That is called mutability, isn't it? Are you understanding? And the third one is ability to replicate. Replicating property. Replicating or duplicating property. Ability to replicate, isn't it? The fourth property is very interesting, that chemical stability. Genes exhibit chemical stability. Chemical stability means, student, gene can remain chemical stable. There is no such influence of heat or any other like heat or mainly heat. You have studied Griffith experiment. In Griffith experiment, you have seen when the bacterial cells of pneumonia were destroyed, then also DNA persists. So that is called chemical stability. On heating also it is stable. And the last property is fifth property. There are many property, but these five are important. That is cosmopolitan. Genes are cosmopolitan, means genes of all the organism in the universe exhibit the same character, genetic code and all, isn't it? So that is present in all the living organism genes. So these are the five: inheritability, mutability, replicating property, chemical stability, and cosmopolitan, isn't it? This is the first part. You can say the first topic of principle of inheritance. The second one is student test. We have to study meaning of test cross and back cross. Children, when I will teach you the meaning of this, you will have benefit of two questions. One is differentiate between test cross and back cross. Second, define. Define can be asked, isn't it? So what is test cross? I will explain you. What is test cross? That I will explain you now. See, this is homozygous dominant parent, say tall parent, pure tall, and this is heterozygous recessive parent, say pure dwarf. This is homozygous dominant parent, and another one is homozygous recessive. It is not heterozygous, it is homozygous recessive. It is not heterozygous, it is homozygous recessive. Now these parents produces gametes by meiosis division. These are two gametes. Number of chromosomes reduces to half, capital T and small t, and fertilization will produce F1 individual. F1 means first filial, and this is heterozygous tall. Heterozygous tall, F1 individual. First filial individual is heterozygous tall. Now I will explain you test cross in this chart, in this very small chart. In the basic class you have studied this chart. Student, now what is test cross? Very important and very simple also. Student, test cross means when this F1 individual is crossed with homozygous recessive parent. When this F1 individual, I will define here, test cross, when F1 individual is crossed with which parent? Crossed with homozygous recessive parent. Homozygous recessive parent. Then it is called test cross. Isn't it? Like this. Capital T, small t, crossed with small t. Children, this is test cross. In the next chart, we will study the aim of test cross. Isn't it? Now, what is back cross? Children, back cross means when F1 individual is crossed, this is F1 individual is crossed with anyone of both the parents, isn't it? Remember, like this, B for both and B for back cross. Like this, F1 can be crossed either with the homozygous recessive parent, or F1 can be crossed with homozygous dominant parent. That is called back cross, isn't it? So in the next lecture we will study now what is the aim and objectives of making test cross and back cross. After this we will study.